Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Too Opinionated, where today I'm joined by singer-songwriter Brooke Stephenson. So welcome, Brooke.
Hello, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Thanks for doing this. I got to tell you, we've been listening to your music all weekend, and you
Oh,
have the best voice. I mean, you're crazy talented.
thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I can always this is the test that we have as we play the music, and if we've got three grandchildren between the ages of 1 and 2, and if they kind of dance and hum around to it, it's good. So they
Oh,
did that. They were dancing around to it. So that means it's pretty good.
that's awesome. That's great to hear.
So Brooke, let's start here. Tell me a little bit about what got you into music. What sparked your interest, and when did that start?
Yeah, so a lot of people ask me if I come from a musical family, and
Yeah.
I have zero musical people in my family. Nobody really knows where it came from. I have a small immediate family. I'm an only child, but I have a huge extended family, lots of cousins,
Yeah.
lots of aunts and uncles, and nobody that like even really plays an instrument.
Yeah,
So
that's rare.
yeah, so nobody really knows where it came from, but I just started singing around like 10 or 11 or 12. I was never an athlete or anything. It was like singing was has always been the light of my life. It's like my
Yeah.
big passion, and it's the one thing that I stuck with and I'm gonna be a 90-year-old like singing just because I love it. It's my whole life. So yeah, I would like sing. I had my little karaoke machine in my room and like
Yeah.
pretend I was like in front of an audience. But then I started taking voice lessons and getting more into it and singing at the local mall and
Yeah.
singing in choir at school. Um, and then just singing as much as I could. Um, and then I ended up getting into Berklee College of Music,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, which was
Yeah.
the best 3 years of my life. And it was 3 years because I transferred from another school. But yeah, it was amazing. And I was a singer there, but I was also so to get into Berklee, you have to have an instrument. So singing was my instrument. And then um, my major was music business. So
I didn't even know there was a music business major.
yeah, there's three
Yeah.
tracks. You can do management, you can do marketing, and you can do entrepreneurship. And I chose
Oh, okay.
management because
Yeah.
then at one point I was like, maybe I'll be a music manager. And I did that for a bit, and I realized I don't know how people manage artists. It's like
Yeah.
one of the hardest jobs ever.
It's
And
not easy.
I was like, I don't think I want to do this. So I actually, my dream when I moved out to LA after I graduated Berkeley, moved out to LA, and my dream actually was to be in the music business and be like an
Yeah.
executive in the music business, and then also sing and do music on the side, because I knew I would always be singing and writing. It's just like
Yeah.
it's in my blood. So um, I got a job at a record label, and I was working there for about 3.5 years, and then I started just getting really uneasy. They would, I was helping the careers of other artists, and I was like,
Yeah.
well, I want to be doing that. I was like jealous of the artists that I was helping their careers, and I was like, I want to be on that side. And a lot of my fellow friends who are songwriters, fellow singers
Yeah.
and songwriters, I was just seeing what they were doing, and I was like, why am I doing the business side when my passion has always been singing? And
Right.
so I quit my job. I didn't have any other jobs lined up. I was just like, I know that I need to figure this other path out. Um, and I left in 2018. And by 2019, I was on The Voice, and I was already starting my album, and um, just a lot of projects and a lot of fun. And I also am a singer on top of my own music. I also like sing in event bands and all that. So just
Yeah.
singing as much as I can the past 3 years, and it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. Has it helped you starting on the business side and then moving to kind of singing full time?
Yeah, for sure. The only thing is though is that the music business changes like day to day. So, I mean, a lot of the things I learned 3 years ago are helpful, um, but a lot of it changes. I mean, it's
Right.
already changed so much. So, but yeah, it did for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. So when did you start? When did you discover that you could write?
Oh, I've been writing. I think I wrote my first song when I was 12.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I still have it in one of my diaries. um, I've been writing forever, but I've always struggled with being confident enough to show people and like be like, look, I can
Right.
write. So I have a lot of I have like not tons of notebooks of like unfinished songs and like poems I wrote and song seeds, and I've just
Yeah.
been collecting those my whole life just naturally. And sorry, you're probably gonna hear airplanes and probably
That's all
motors.
right. That's the beauty of Zoom.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I've been writing for a long time, and I was like, why have I never at that point created an album or a piece of, I mean, I've recorded before, but I've never
Right.
like had a body of work that I can be like, this is mine. And I don't, it took so long because I just had I was focusing more on the business side, and
Yeah.
now I'm like, it's time. I need to be putting my music out and having the now I'm getting older and I'm like a lot more confident in my abilities in
Yeah.
my writing. And so yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty great. That's pretty great, and yeah, it's really interesting that you didn't have anybody in the family that's really musical, so you had to kind of come to it yourself,
Yeah.
and then then you kind of put it on the back burner and did the business side of it. That's kind
Yeah.
of an interesting journey.
Yeah, I did have a lot of uncles who were obsessed with Bob Dylan and Led Zeppelin.
Okay, okay, so they enjoyed music.
They enjoy Oh yeah, they I have one uncle who is a huge U2 fan, and he's like always
Yeah,
before COVID, always at different music festivals. Like, so I was influenced, I guess, in that way with a lot of classic rock and a lot of those bands I still love to this day. I love Led
yeah.
Zeppelin. I got to sing for Jimmy Page once,
Oh, that's amazing.
stuff like that. Yeah.
How'd that come about?
At Berkeley, he actually every year they have usually like four guests for the
Yeah.
graduation and commencement. And that year we had Jimmy Page, and my
Wow.
uncles were freaking
I bet
out.
they were.
Yes, my super hippie uncle who never leaves Miami, Florida, flew out just to be in the same room as Jimmy Page. And I
That's
got
awesome.
I sang two of his songs. I sang um, one was Satisfaction Guaranteed, which was a
Yeah.
an old one of his before he was in Zeppelin, one of his other bands. I forget the name.
Yeah.
So I sang that, and yeah, he was in the audience, and I took a selfie with him the next day, and
I
it
mean,
was
that's really cool. So
yeah.
is there when they come in like that, is there a whole bunch of people that are singing their songs? Is that what's happening? How does
Yeah,
that?
yeah, the whole night was um see, I was so excited about Jimmy Page that I don't even remember who the other three were, but um the whole night was based on their music. So it was
Yeah.
like it was at a Agganis Arena in Boston. So it was at an arena. So it was a whole night of like 2
Oh,
hours
that's
of
so neat.
it was amazing. Yeah, they put it on every year. It's like a whole show. The year before it was Alison Krauss and
Boy, she's got a beautiful
others.
voice.
Yeah, so stuff like that. So um
Did you get to meet him?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. For a
Yeah.
second, yeah.
That's
We
pretty
didn't get to
cool.
hang out, but I wish I could say I hung out with Jimmy Page, but
Yeah. Well,
um,
that's what you tell people. You don't tell them that. You just say, "Oh yeah, we hung out for a little bit."
yeah, our whole conversation was I went up to because he hands you your diploma
Yeah. Oh,
the
yeah.
next day.
Nice.
I was like, I was the girl yesterday in the red dress who sang your songs. And he goes, oh, hi. And then I go, can I get a selfie? And he goes, if it's quick. And that was our whole conversation.
What do you mean if it's quick? Come on, Jimmy.
Well, he had like thousands of people
Oh,
going,
yeah.
can I take your photo? So I think he was just like, at the end, he was like,
Yeah. He was worn
okay.
out.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So once you decided to kind of actually start singing, how did that lead to being on The Voice?
Actually, this is a lesson in hashtags. Hashtags are important when you're posting because they actually found me through a hashtag on Instagram. So I think
Oh,
I must have hashtags. I don't know what video or what they saw, but I must have put up a video a couple years ago and hashtagged, I think it was like singer or
yeah.
singers Instagram or something like that. And what they do is they go through Instagram and they go through hashtags to find people to contact to have come audition.
Ooh.
So they found me and they said, we'd like you to go straight to the producers instead of going through like the whole cattle call,
Right.
which I
Well,
had
so
done.
yeah, so they liked you already.
Yeah, I mean, they can already hear you. They don't need you to do the first
Right.
audition in the cattle
Right.
call. They're like, oh, we can hear her. But so I went straight to the producers on February 11th of 2019. And it's funny, I actually had laryngitis and I was like, oh my God, I went to an ear, nose, and throat doctor like the day before. I emailed that I didn't have an ear, nose, and throat doctor. So I emailed her and I said, I have an audition for The Voice tomorrow and I'm freaking out. Can you please help me? And she was like, okay. So she
Oh,
was really
wow.
nice. Yeah, she brought me in and she did the scope and she's like, you're fine. And by the next day, I just like did a lot of warm-ups. And luckily they put me through to the next round. And then you do a couple rounds um, and then you actually you there's a lot of time in between that first audition and then the blind audition that you could easily get
Yeah.
kicked off. Um,
Yeah. How stressful.
so that was stressful because I was like, I honestly just wanted to get to the blind audition because that journey to get there is hard.
Yeah. You're
Uh,
right.
yeah, so I was like, I just want at least the blind audition. That would be so cool. And so yeah, I got super lucky and I made it all the way to the blinds um, and that was an awesome day. Um, so yeah, that's how I got connected with them.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. 'Cause we remember you on there. We watched that one. And the reason
Oh,
we
you did?
remember you is because um, the judges they kind of battled over you a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, I blacked out at that point. I was like, am I still on stage right now? I was so nervous because they kept people, you keep thinking like 14 million people are going to watch this. So that's
Yeah.
all I was thinking. So I was just like, am I still here? They're still talking. Like they were just,
Yeah.
yeah, they kept going. It was cool.
It was like
Afterwards, did that really happen?
we laugh because when Blake starts speaking, Kelly's just like, all right, it's over. She's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Yeah.
But then you chose Kelly Clarkson. What made you choose her over Blake and Gwen and what?
Because my choices now looking back, I I would add Blake to my list, but going in, I was like Kelly Clarkson or John Legend. Those were
Yeah,
my two because, um, well, Kelly, I I mean, like I said, I'm a singer foremost. Before I'm a songwriter, country
yeah,
artist, anything, I'm like, I love. She's a powerhouse.
she is.
So she is just like I was like, anything I can learn from her about singing, that would be like amazing. So she was definitely my top pick just because she's a powerhouse and she's also
Yeah,
an incredible businesswoman. She's just I felt like she would be the best for me to learn from
right.
as a
Well, so
woman in the industry.
yeah, Well, how did that work out? I mean, did that prove true? Was she really good to learn from?
So, I I think when you get further in the show, you're with them more. But
Right.
I was only with her for 1 hour after the blinds, and that was for the battles.
Yeah.
So it's not like oh, that's not true. Actually, she was there. Um, oh no, yeah. So we did a 1 hour first rehearsal, which is the one that
Right.
they played.
Right.
And then, but mine was montage, so you can't see it on TV. But we were with her for an hour, and then her and Normani, um, and then a couple days later, we did do another rehearsal on stage, but that wasn't filmed. So we were with her for a bit. We just sang the song a couple times, and she gave us notes. But yeah, what I will say is, yes, to answer your question, yes, it was. It was great to work with her because, and I've said this a few times in interviews because it really did stand out to me.
Yeah.
So we went into the first rehearsal for the battles, um and part of it the reason I think that it was montage was because I wasn't like fangirling, which I think is what you kind of need on TV. I went in like,
You were
what can I
focused.
learn? I was so focused. I think they want on TV for you to be like, oh my God, it's Kelly. But I was just like, what are you going to teach me?
That's
Like, I want
right.
to have an hour with you. Like, I'm going to soak it all in. So I was just so excited to learn anything from her.
Yeah.
So we get in, and we had already rehearsed it we'd already rehearsed it a couple times with the band. The band is incredible, by the
Yeah.
way. The
Yeah.
band is like top notch. So that was really awesome to work with them, and the music director as well. Um, so we had already gone over it. We already had an arrangement. It was a duet, and I knew what parts I was singing. We'd figured out what parts my partner was singing. So we already had it figured out. So I went into
Yeah.
the rehearsal with Kelly thinking, okay, so I'm not really sure what she can help us with. We kind of already have it figured out. I'm interested to hear what she has to say, but I felt pretty solid about it. And
Right.
I thought we could just get on stage and do it and we'd be fine. So we get into the rehearsal, we sing it, and then she completely changed everything. She changed the arrangement, she changed how I performed it, she changed how the other
Right.
people performed it, and she changed how the band played. She
Oh
changed
wow.
everything. And it made the song 10 times better than what we had already had. And I was like, my mind was blown because I was like,
Yeah.
I thought it was already like in excellent shape. And she completely transformed it and was like, no, in a very kind way and very, she's a great teacher. She was like, okay, we should do this and then do this and then do this. And then it was like magic. It was awesome to watch.
Wow.
It was really cool. I wish I could watch that back on tape because it was really cool to me to learn that.
Yeah.
It was a big lesson in that, even when you think that you're good and your performance is good, you can always make it better. You can
Right.
always make
Right.
it 10 times better than what you think. So
Yeah. I
now I
guess that's
know
why she is who she is.
that's what I was thinking. I'm like, now I know why she's in that career and how she's such a
Right.
powerhouse and she's so big, her exposure, and she's such a big celebrity because she's really good at what she does.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
We would have moved you on. We loved your voice,
Oh, thank you.
but everybody on that show is way talented.
Yes, they're also younger than me, so I think that I don't know. I feel like it's I feel like the crowd that watches they like the younger ones
Yeah.
too. So that might have been why. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is
I
fun
mean,
to be.
well, yeah. When you get right down to it, it's not like anybody is bad. You know,
Yeah,
it could go. Anybody that gets picked is awesome.
yeah.
But
Everybody was super talented. It was fun, really fun. Everybody was also because we spent so much time together. You become really close with the contestants.
yeah.
And everybody, I feel like we were all supposed to meet because everybody was so great and so kind and so fun. It was like going to Berkeley again. It was like a summer camp. It was like of musicians and singers. all loving the same things, and it was super fun.
Yeah, that's so awesome. Is there anything about your performances on the show that you would go back and change if you could?
Um, Performances, no.
That's
I
good.
mean, the only reason I say that is because the song that I sang, Let Him Fly by Patty Griffin.
Yeah.
I've sang that a million, thousand, 100 million, thousand times. So I couldn't have practiced it more because they also
Right.
give you a month to practice it. And I sang every single day for that month. I warmed up at least an hour a day so that my voice was as warm as possible. I did the work. I put in the work,
Yeah.
and at when I the nerves took over, that song became like muscle memory for me because
Yeah.
before I practiced it so much. So I feel like I couldn't have practiced it more.
Right.
The battles though, um, I was, I'll be honest, I was bummed I didn't get any further than the battle. So I'm like, man, I wish like I could have fixed whatever it was. Cause I think it was because it's TV first. So
Yeah.
I think maybe the reason I was kicked off was because there's too many country people. I mean,
Yeah.
also if you watch the battle, um, I mean, my partner was great. Also,
Yeah.
she's a great singer, and you can when you watch the
For
battle,
sure.
you can see that Kelly was like, I don't know who to pick. So I'm whatever it was that got me off the show is what I would change. I'm like, want me to do like punk rock, whatever you want, because I do wish I stayed on just because it was fun,
Yeah. Yeah.
not
For
because
sure.
I'm not like why? I'm more like, it was fun and it was a fun process. I want to do
Yeah.
more like
Well,
fun things.
yeah. Yeah. That's so awesome.
That's the only
So,
thing I would change.
so you started to release your own singles last year, right?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, which is pretty awesome. So, were those singles that you had written pre-COVID, or did you write them during COVID?
I wrote them pre-COVID and I'm getting COVID as my timeline all mixed up. I recorded them before The Voice too.
Oh, really?
And then a little bit after, I think. My
Yeah.
time messed up, but yeah, we recorded most of it before The Voice.
Yeah, yeah, that's really cool. So if and they're awesome. I've been checking those out, and there's like
Thank you.
five of them that you released
There's
last
5
year.
out now, yeah, and then I have a 6th one. I'm just releasing all of it's an EP, it's a 7-song EP, and I'm
Yeah,
releasing it all as singles mostly. So, the 6th one, comes out on April 16th.
yeah, yeah. That's exciting. So what's that one called?
It's called Cry to Me.
Cry to Me. Yeah, and I listened to that one. Amazing. So if you had to describe, because it's I've been trying to figure it out. It's a little bit difficult. If you had to describe what genre of music you're singing, because I hear it when I listen. There's a little bit of country, there's some blues, there's a little bit of
Yeah.
rock. It's all this stuff mixed together. I mean, how would you describe it?
I say Americana music because
Yeah,
the reason I love Americana is because it's exactly what you're saying. It's an umbrella genre, so it's
yeah,
an excuse to do it blues, rock, country, folk, soul. It's all of those. It's like Bonnie
yeah,
Raitt. It's like, Bonnie Raitt.
yeah.
She's not country. She's not folk. She's not
That's right.
all only rock. She's like all of those. So she performs at Americana uh, shows and stuff
Yeah,
because it's that umbrella of it's my excuse. I can say I'm a soul singer and a rock singer and a country singer. So
yeah. It's very
I love
versatile.
country. Yeah.
No, it's so good. You've got such a great voice, and the songs are so well written. I it's when you listen to your music, sometimes when you listen to music, you're just kind of listening to the melody or the music and kind of getting it that way. But I found myself just listening to the actual words of the song. It's really good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh,
it's so good. So what, was there a story behind the writing of these particular songs? It is what drove you to write those?
well, a lot. I have always wanted to create an album about stories about my family members because
Yeah.
I just have a lot of really awesome, unique family members who have really cool stories, and I just felt like that would be just such a cool body of work because it's not just about my family, but
Right.
it illustrates how life is not black and white, and
Yeah.
how everybody's different, and it's a beautiful thing. And so some of them are sad stories, and some are not. And I wanted to do an album with just that, but this album became kind of like a mix of that. So some of them
Yeah.
are like, for example, my song Casanova is a song about my grandma. She Her story was that she was married, no, sorry, not married. She was with a married man for 40
Oh.
years,
Oh,
and
wow.
they had a son together. And he just was not. I just think about her a lot because I wish she was still around so I could talk to her about it. But she um he wasn't very nice to her, and it just
Yeah.
seems like such a tragic love story. So that song is about him. He's the Casanova because he had a
Yeah.
wife at the same time. So
Right. Right.
yeah, so stuff like that. But also,
That's great.
yeah, thank you. And then also like about me, and about me navigating life, and Cry to Me specifically though is about unconditional love. It's just
Yeah.
I wanted to write for that song. I've always wanted to write like a standard type of song, and it has a lot of like Motown influences.
Yeah.
Uh, and that one I just wanted it to have a familiar type of song, um, that I feel like could be. I have all these ideas of how I would want to redo that song and make it just. I feel like you could make it, if somebody. I would love somebody to cover it because I feel like you could make it really cool in other ways.
Yeah.
Try
Yeah.
to
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You could adapt that to a
yeah,
whole bunch of different genres.
yeah, yes, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's so great. So what does your family think about your music and you writing some about them?
Oh, they're my biggest supporters. They
Yeah, that's
really are.
great.
I haven't written any bad songs about anybody. Like, I'm not gonna be like, he's a. I'm not gonna like be. I'm not gonna keep their like personal life. I'm not gonna put it out there and like make
Right,
it
right.
known that it's about them or anything. But I just have a lot of like really fun characters that like I have like my hippie uncle I've talked about.
Yeah.
He is just very unique, and I love it. I just love how he's just so free in the world, it feels
Yeah.
like, and to be himself. And I just think that's a cool song seed I could write about, stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I love that. I love that. I would expect your family to be really supportive. Yeah, but that's good to hear. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's so great. Yeah, that's terrific. So if you had the chance to sing with somebody, is there somebody out there that you've always wanted to sing with?
It could be anybody.
Yeah, anybody.
um well, surprisingly, I am a huge Beyonce fan. I'm a die hard Beyonce, like I am passionate
Isn't
about.
everybody?
I just think she is the coolest person. So if I could sing with her, that would be like my whole life made, all my
Yeah.
dreams come true.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, once this interview gets out there, you never know.
Yeah, you never
Beyonce
know.
may be calling.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. Do you play an instrument?
Yes, I do. I play piano.
I kind of figured if I had to pick, that's what I would have guessed was,
I wish I
you
played
know.
guitar. I've tried. I have my guitar right
Yeah, I
there.
see it back there.
I've tried. I dated for a long time. I dated a guitarist, and
Yeah,
he was an incredible guitarist. So a lot of the time, I was very like self-conscious about my guitar abilities.
right.
I kind of gave up on it because I was like, he's the master. I'll just stick to piano.
Well, you're supposed to learn from him.
I know, and I tried, but I, I'm sure I'm not the first um, piano player to say this, but why would anybody want to play guitar? It is so painful
It
for your
does hurt. It
for your
hurts your
fingers.
fingers. Yeah,
Piano's so smooth and like not painful.
yeah,
Guitar, I'm like, ow, ow, ow. So I was getting better at it. I wouldn't say great at it. I was getting better at guitar, but I'll get back into it eventually when my life calms down a little bit. I
yeah.
have free time. Yeah.
You didn't have enough free time this last year.
You would think that I would have, but I just kind of like I was doing so much trying to like build. I actually was trying to build my other part of my career as remote singer online. And
Yeah, explain that to me. I
yeah,
saw that you did some of that. What does that mean?
yeah. So I'm trying to build it more now, now that I've had some like success with it. But
Yeah.
I actually am on Fiverr. If anybody wants a singer on any of their projects, my username is B Songbird. B for Brooke,
Ooh.
Songbird. And you can hire me to sing on any of your projects. So I work with people um, in Bahrain. I work with people in the UK. I work with people in Germany. Um, just all over the world who need singers for whatever. Like I've done YouTube videos. Someone did like a parody of something. I've done commercials. I do. There's even people that just do music on the side that
Yeah.
just want a professional singer to sing their songs, and they may pitch it, or they like just demos, or
Right.
they just there's one guy I just finished a project for him last night, and he's just kind of doing it for fun. And so just stuff like that.
That's so
So I
neat.
did that on Fiverr. I have my own through my website. I People booked me through my website on brookestephenson.com. And then yeah, just I'm gonna be joining more freelancer sites and trying to build that more, but mostly for
Yeah,
me.
I really like that because I've never thought about that.
Yeah,
But
it's
if you're like a songwriter, but maybe you
yes,
don't have the best voice,
yeah. I also songwrite on for clients too. I
see,
forgot to mention that.
see, that's I may have to call you. We need a Too Opinionated theme song.
Yes, call me.
There it is. You know, we're just out there finding music, free music out there, you know, on the
Yeah,
internet. So,
yeah. Gotta do what you gotta do.
no, that's so neat. I love that. That's a really cool way to kind of use your talent, you
Yeah.
know, while you're doing your own stuff.
Yeah.
That's really
Yeah,
neat.
and it's great because it's remote. So during quarantine, it was helpful to be doing that just in my bedroom
Yeah.
and
Well, yeah.
talking here.
Have you tried? You know, I've seen and talked to some people that do the you know, music for TV shows or for movies. You know, where they kind of sing and it's like a little catalog, and then people from the show will come and look through the catalog and they might pick your song, that type
I
of thing.
actually would like to get more into that this year.
Yeah.
I started doing that a bit actually with this album. I've been trying to shop it out
Yeah.
to
Well, you
help.
should. Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
Those songs are really good.
thank you.
I could
Um,
totally see that. I'll be watching the show and there comes one of your songs.
yeah, yeah. Fingers crossed. That'd be great.
Yeah, that's terrific. Well, Brooke, this has been amazing. Oh, one more thing. Did I see that you got to sing the national anthem remotely for one of the ball games?
Yeah, I for the Clippers? Yeah, for the Clippers. Yeah,
How was that? That's really neat. I didn't know they were doing that.
that was awesome. Yeah, I mean, they had very few people in the audience,
Yeah.
and, or in the arena. It was just the 2 teams mostly, and then some, like, some people. But, um, but yeah, they played I just recorded a remote I just sang it remotely and then
Yeah.
sent them a video, and then they played it. And I was supposed to sing at the Lakers game on
Oh,
April 4th of 2020, and then
yeah.
it was like March 20
Right.
something or
And
something. It was
everything shut down.
everything shut the NBA shut down. Yeah. So
How do you get
that
those gigs?
um well, when I did the LA Sparks, it was through a hashtag. So
Uh,
again,
that
hashtags.
hashtag's working for you.
Yeah, they found me through a hashtag. When I did the Clippers, I have a good friend that works for the Clippers, so she
Yeah.
helped connect me with them. And then the Lakers, I think I auditioned. Um, I found them, I think, through Instagram. I don't remember
Yeah.
how, but I went to the guy who organizes the singers for the national anthem for the
Yeah.
Lakers. I went to his company and auditioned, and then he booked me, and then I was so excited, and then it got canceled.
It's so disappointing. You have to go back to that.
Yeah, hopefully
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
reach back out.
Yeah. That's
It's
awesome.
this year.
Well, so Brooke, but before you go, go through your website, the song that's getting ready to come out, and where we can find that, and any other social media that you have.
Okay, great. Yeah, so Cry to Me, my next single comes out April 16th, and
Yeah.
you'll be able to you can help me out and pre-save it now. I should be getting a link very soon. That helps visibility for that song, but
Yeah.
it will be available on all the music platforms like Spotify, Apple
Yeah.
Music, Amazon. There's tons of them actually, not just those three, but and then my full album, Backbone, my EP releases May 14th.
That's
So
exciting.
yes, so I'm super excited. That will be available also on Spotify, Apple Music, all of the above. You can find me at Instagram at Brooke Stephenson, and it's Brooke with an E and Stevenson with a PH. So a lot of people get it wrong, so I'll just spell
Yep.
it. It's Brookestephenson.
Yep.
And Twitter is at Brooke Songbird. Facebook is Facebook and YouTube are both Brooke Stevenson Music. And oh, my website is just www.brookestevenson.com.
Yeah, and you're real easy to find. If you just put in Brooke Stevenson, everything comes up.
Okay, good. That's good
Yeah,
to know.
yeah, yeah. You're real easy to find.
Yes,
And I don't know who did your website, but it's really good.
I
It's a
did.
good website. Oh, you did a great job on that. It's
Thank
very
you.
easy to
That's
navigate. It's really good.
that's what I was doing in quarantine.
That's a good use of your time.
Yeah, yes, for
Yeah, we
sure.
did the same thing. We launched our website last year too, and that was it was a good time. What else you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes,
You know, might as
exactly.
well. I guess you're going to sing national anthem from your bedroom.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much, Brooke. And you have to come back when you start doing new music. You have to come back, and maybe we'll play it on the show. That would be great.
Awesome. Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure. Thanks so much
yeah,
for having me.
yeah. Oh my gosh, we all of us, the whole family, the whole Wall clan loved your voice. It's so
Oh,
good. Yeah,
thank you
it's
so
so
much.
it's very unique. I
Thank
think
you.
because it's difficult to pin it down. So it's very which I love. It's very
Yeah.
unique, and it's a good voice to listen to when you're trying to relax. I think some of the songs are very relaxing, and we discovered it's also very good when you're doing yard work. We were playing some of it yesterday.
Oh, nice. Awesome. That's
All right,
great.
Brooke. Hold on one second. I'm going to hit All right, so that was the talented Brooke Stephenson, and she was awesome. I really really enjoyed talking with her. She's really really crazy talented. So please, please, please go to her website, check out that music, pre-order the new single. "Cry to Me" comes out on the 16th. You will not be disappointed. She has got the best voice. So please, please check her out. Thank you so much for tuning in again this week. Really appreciate that you keep coming back to us. If you haven't done so yet, please go to YouTube, Meisterkhan Pod, and subscribe. That would help us out quite a bit. You can check us out on our website, meisterkhan.com. We've got, I think right now, about 210 episodes, audio and video on there that you can peruse. We're really proud of the interviews that we have been blessed to do, so please check those out. And there's also just a fantastic blog that Brett does. I mean, he is crazy talented as a writer, so I know you'll enjoy that. And thank you guys so much. So until next time, bye, everybody.